Hello and welcome back to my channel. So, unless you've been under a rock since last week when Blackmagic released a plethora of products, including the Pyxis box-shaped camera, you surely would have noticed some of the hysteria that has engulfed the camera community online. But as someone who's been a long-time Blackmagic Pocket user, the 4K, the 6K Pro, and then the 6K full frame, which is what we're shooting on, I'm going to be talking about the reasons why I'm going to be returning my 6K full frame and waiting for that Pyxis. Okay, well, let's start with the lowest hanging fruit, the battery life. Everyone who's familiar with the Blackmagic Pocket line of cameras knows that one of the worst things about it is the battery life. On the Pocket 4K, the battery life is probably around 22 minutes. On the 6K Pro, which I use with standard batteries, the battery life is around 30 minutes if you're lucky, sometimes 40 minutes. And the same thing with the full frame. Again, it's around the same thing, 30 to 40 minutes. But now with the new Sony style BPU batteries that Blackmagic has introduced, they're promising up to 3 hours. That's right, 3 hours of battery life, of runtime with the camera. And that is a huge upgrade. So just for that, I could take the camera, but there's a lot more than just that. Now, in terms of professional connections, the Pocket range has always been semi-pro at best. But now Blackmagic have added 3 connectors which take this camera from a semi-pro camera into a professional camera. Specifically the 12G SDI port, the 1G Ethernet port, and the timecode input port. And I'll explain why 2 of these is incredibly significant to me and I think to a lot of other people who will potentially be buying this camera. Everyone obviously has their own particular use for the camera, but I shoot stock video. I shoot a lot of it. And some of my clients are people like Spotify, American Airlines, and hundreds of other clients who I don't know, but my clips just end up all over the place. But one of the things that I'd love is to have my footage turning up on Netflix. Now, going through the list of approved cameras on Netflix, if you drill down into the Blackmagic section, you'll see that there are only the Ursas there. None of the Pockets are so far been Netflix approved. And you're thinking, well, why is that? Is it a quality issue? Well, the answer is in the basic requirements that Netflix stipulates in terms of what the camera needs to be able to achieve in terms of I/O. And so far, none of the Pocket cameras have met this basic requirement until now. If we take a look at the Netflix specifications under capture requirements, and we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we see what's been missing so far with the Pocket range. Timecode. System is capable of jamming to an external source. Timecode should be written as metadata. So far, straight out of the box, none of the Pocket range or the recently introduced Cinema full frame camera, which is what we're filming on now, did not have a timecode input. So therefore was not really eligible to be Netflix approved until now. So the next upgrade is the introduction of the SDI port. So far, all the Pocket cameras have been HDMI out. Some of the advantages of SDI includes the ability to have multiple audio channels, timecode, and metadata transmitted, which you can't do with HDMI. This makes the camera more appropriate for professional use. So again, this brings the camera up to the standard used by a lot of other manufacturers that make high-end cameras for production work. The other thing that I'm excited about is the fact that they've given you options for rigging the camera. Now, as you know, I am the creator of the heavy-duty Gimbal L bracket for making the creator rig. And I've also designed many other accessories, including the AirTag, which is being sold by Small Rig. So I love designing stuff for cameras. And so I was incredibly excited when I saw that they had this side plate, which is detachable. And you can not only rig to the side plate, but you can also design your own things to go with the camera. In fact, in the Blackmagic announcement, they actually said that they will perhaps be giving the template or some sort of specifications for the side panels for making your own custom plates for the camera. So for me, that's really exciting. Even if I don't make a custom plate, I'm surely going to be making other stuff for it to make it easier for the filmmakers. So I'm looking forward to that. So those are just some of the reasons why I'm returning my 6K full frame camera and waiting for the Pyxis. So tell me, are you going to be getting the Pyxis or not? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave your comments below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay blessed.